Hey guys, welcome back. And it's Sunday, which is I like it because it's sunny and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. But then also it's like, oh no, Monday is back tomorrow. So it's a little bittersweet. But we're not back to talk about our Sunday feels. We have a lot of great Bravo shows coming on tonight. And then, as you know, this week is going to be a big week for Bravo. So we're going to get into all of that and hot, messy topics tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the LA behind the scenes as much as we did. And Jason spent a lot of time making that. So definitely go check it out. And I will pin that link in the comments of this video. But in the meantime, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the gift that keeps on giving. A lot of these gifts keep giving. Let's get into it.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about this a little bit and thank you to Reality Blurb. There's so many people who are covering this right now because they are currently filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey, but apparently Teresa and Melissa have yet to film with one another for the upcoming 14th season. We know that they had a huge fallout with Joe Gorga and Melissa skipping the wedding, and Louis Ruelas obviously going after Melissa at the finale last season. But an insider is claiming that Teresa is refusing to film with her sister-in-law, and Jackie Goldschneider is also finding herself in her own feud, kind of making me think that somebody's trying to get back on as a full-time housewife. As shared by All About the Real Housewives on Instagram, Jackie and Rachel appeared to have had a falling out of their own amid a recent group lunch with the castmates, which concluded with Jackie choosing to unfollow Rachel. While fans will likely see exactly what played out, and we obviously will, between Jackie and Rachel in the new season, it doesn't seem that there will be much playing out between Teresa and Melissa. Now, I'm wondering personally if fans are going to be happy about this, that there's not a lot of interaction between them, because it almost feels awkward at this point. And then it makes you kind of wonder if we just have two people who, like, we're not getting the same girls trip energy. We're not getting main events energy. They're not going to be around each other. It's just going to be awkward. So now we're going from slamming each other to just not talking to each other or not talking about each other. The fans are going to get really, really annoyed with this really fast. That's just a given. But Melissa is open to filming and talking with Teresa on camera, but Teresa is not. That's what an insider told Us Weekly on September 8th, saying producers are trying to capture other stories. I think that's why they brought in a few newbies. They brought in two newbies on top of the two newbies from last season, who would be Danielle Cabral and Rachel Fuda. So now we have four newbies, I believe Tiffany and Kayla. So that's four new people, plus Jackie, who's a friend of. Jen Fessler might actually be promoted to a full-time housewife. Look behind me. Margaret Josephs, Melissa Gorga, Dolores Catania, Teresa Giudice, and Jennifer Aiden. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, plus Jackie and Jen, 8, 9, plus the other two that they just added, 10, 11. Kind of is coming off to me like they are trying to phase somebody out of this situation. During the annual charity softball game thrown by Dolores Catania last month, Teresa and Melissa weren't seen together at all. And the event was attended by the entire cast. Melissa and Teresa still do not speak to each other. The rest of the cast was working overtime to go back and forth to talk to both of them and have different conversations with each of them. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Then why be on the same show? It's because, I'll tell you why, nobody wants to give up the paycheck. The paycheck is huge. You don't want to give up the paycheck. You don't want to give up the fame. Like Teresa said, she's like, I got to put my daughters through college. Melissa said, she's like, I'm on the show. Why would I leave the show? She likes it. She enjoys the show. She films with her friends. She promotes Envy. She also has kids that she eventually needs to put through college. And the show brings in a lot of money. Nobody is walking away from the show. They're moving on, the source explained. They aren't hyper fixated on Melissa and Teresa. There has to be other dynamics included in the show. But the insider went on to say that after Teresa declared she's done with the Gorgas at last season's reunion, she seemed to be keeping her word. Now, that's not the only drama. And why I like All About the Real Housewives is because they always bring inside information. Like, for example, when we talk about Vanderpump Rules, and you guys know that I have like really good connections with the Vanderpump Rules cast, I think that it's fun and it's important because then 9 times out of 10, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Vanderpump Rules cast. And all about the Real Housewives, they have a really good insight when it comes to the Real Housewives of New Jersey cast. And I trust that. I trust what they're saying. Sometimes I've said it before, I feel like they don't like Margaret, they don't like Melissa. That's okay because they're giving us other information and I'm just trying to see what they're saying. But they said this. Let me just zoom in here before we get into the Danielle of it all. All About the Real Housewives received an anonymous tip from someone who could prove her connection with Thomas and his wife and told us, being them, their side of things, accusing Danielle of allegedly being a pathological liar, saying that Tommy would never move forward with her until she agreed to a mental evaluation. If she, being Danielle, agreed to a mental evaluation, there may be a chance that her brother will talk to her again. She has to be the first one to make the move and seek help. If I had a brother who was telling me you need to get a psychological or a mental evaluation before we can move forward, and I personally didn't think anything was wrong, I would try to hear that out and understand what I did. And if I feel like I didn't do anything, maybe even talk to your therapist about it and weigh it back and forth, like play off of them. I wouldn't let somebody bully me or tell me you need to go get a mental evaluation. Who are you to say that to somebody? Like no, you're bullying her into a mental psych evaluation. We watched her on the show. I don't think she needs a mental evaluation, but also I don't know her like her brother does. And as you guys know, we always get very condensed versions of these episodes. We get about 50 minutes after 45, 50 minutes after all of the ads play through, the commercials. And usually that's a week's worth of filming, hours and hours and hours of filming to get those shots. But this is what was said. The alleged reason for Danielle Cabral's feud with her brother, he won't make up with Danielle until she agrees to a mental evaluation. They posted this, again, all about the Real Housewives. Danielle Cabral loves to get everything for free. She thinks because she's posting on her Instagram stories, she should be paid. When she was younger, she would latch on to anyone who was working in the entertainment world, and she's pathetic and pathological. If she agrees to a mental evaluation, there may be a chance her brother will talk to her again. She has to be the first to make the move and seek help. Her brother hates attention, so does his wife. That's fair. Then you definitely don't want to be on The Real Housewives of anything or Bravo. It's honestly not worth it to them. They tried to help her. She only reacted more insane. Like, what does her husband, Nate, think about this? And with all of this coming out, I wonder if because now we're hearing that Danielle and Teresa had a falling out, and had Danielle and Teresa ended up staying together and being really, really good friends, I don't think that this information about Danielle would have come out. I really don't. I don't think that they would have shared it. So then that just goes to show that I feel like that dynamic has also shifted. But then I'm wondering, was there something weird that happened for that dynamic to shift? That's also a great question. We have questions. Nate is a beta, a sweet guy, but it takes a special type of dude to be with that one. If Tommy won't speak to his own mother, Danielle doesn't stand much of a shot. If I ever see Tommy on TV, I would be shocked to death. She wanted to brand his wedding on Instagram, and he and his wife said no. She just lost her grandmother, and it was an extra tough time for them, and Danielle wouldn't let up. That's just the straw that broke the camel's back. There were other factors that a lot of us don't know about. Also, guys, there's 3 sides to every story. There's Danielle's side, her brother's side, and then there's the truth somewhere in between. I firmly believe that, but with this, it obviously seems like a very toxic, tumultuous family dynamic. And I'm sure we're going to hear more about it on the upcoming 14th season. But I want to hear what you guys think. Go ahead and comment below. Let us know. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget, if you didn't check out the LA behind the scenes, go into the comments of this video, click on the link, go check it out, and let us know what you think. I'm not trying to rhyme all day, guys. I got to get off here. Love you. We'll see you next time.